Hey guys. Um, so this is day 722 of my Lyme journey. Um, December 24th, 2018. So a lot of you will probably be doing family stuff today and tomorrow. Thankfully, the kids are not missing anything for me not being home. Because we celebrate Hanukkah and we did that earlier this month. So no worries there for us. I forgot to tell you that my husband is out of the hospital. He got out of the hospital at the end of last week. They never did figure out what was wrong with his hands that caused him to go back to the hospital again. But I'm thinking it must be some sort of chemical exposure that he just didn't realize he was touching something that would have this type of reaction on his hands. But we were thinking hand, foot, mouth, thing that goes around with kids. But because he got these really painful hands from and red marks on his hands, dots, I think, from what I understood. And he said today that once the pain went away, that it felt like his hands were stiff, like when you put glue on your hands, Elmer's glue, and that today, like, lots of skin was peeling off, and that's like fresh skin underneath. So I don't know what he did or what he found, but glad that it's over. And he's trying to keep up with his doctor's appointments now for his diabetes, to make sure that he doesn't continue having issues with his feet, which his feet are, if you know anything about us in our past, he's had issues with his feet in the past, having diabetic ulcer as well. His feet are now a mess again. But it seems that things are starting to kind of settle in place after, like, the last 3 weeks of just a lot happening. Friday, it sounds like they're shooting for getting me over to Shirley Ryan is the name of the place for the therapy, and it is an intensive therapy. Come to find out, it is the best in the country. Apparently has been for several years, and is one of the best in the world for therapy. So could not be in a better place for trying to get my body rehabilitated. I'm a little, to be quite honest, a little nervous about going over there. I know that it's 3 hours of intensive therapy a day, and I've already had a couple of occasions where my arms were on fire from just using them just regularly, and maybe gaining a little bit of muscle. And they hurt bad. And of course, there's nothing you can do. You have to continue using your arms and your hands. And it took a couple of days for it to taper off, but I'm really hoping to get my hands on some Deep Blue from doTERRA, to try to at least take the edge off of the pain that I know my body's going to be going through. I'm partly apprehensive because it reminds me of when the Lyme first struck in the first place. And that was very painful. And I don't really want to go through that again, but it looks like I'm going to have to in order to get my muscles back. So I'm a little scared there. Other than that, really not much happening. We're still waiting on biopsies. And they were talking into the week. And they said today that they're shooting for Friday. So I guess we will see. It totally depends on the biopsies and what comes back with that. I am hoping that they're going to up my medicine for my thyroid a little bit, or do something a little bit differently at least, because they haven't done that since I've come into the hospital, and I know that it needs to be done. And that might help with my energy levels once I am actually like in the therapy place. So sorry, my phone is shaking. I've been having shaky issues. So I don't know what the deal there is. If it's just that I get hungry again, that I need to start getting some calories in me, or what. But I seem to be having this repetitive shaky issue. It's hard for me to type anymore. Um, Hopefully that's something that will resolve here fairly quickly. I don't know what is causing it. Um, but anyways, I don't think I have much else to say. I know lots of you are going to be celebrating Christmas. We don't celebrate Christmas, but I hope you have a wonderful time in your celebrations with families or with family and friends, and that you feel lifted up by your interactions and getting good food and things like that. So I will probably post tomorrow because it's just another day for me. But I do hope all of you have a wonderful time, and that I don't know, just that something special happens to you. I think it's a good time of year for God to reach people. And if you're one of those people that need to be reached, then hopefully this is that time of year for you that is most easily for Him to reach you. So, anyways, have a good night, and I hope all is well. Bye.